The last section of 1.2 homework, uh, numbers 15 through 30, have to do with translating words into algebraic expressions. So this is important because the real world presents you with word problems essentially. I mean, we see things that are just real situations, and we want to be able to translate them into the language of math so that we can do some work with them. So we're going to start that process out by just translating some simple phrases into algebraic expressions, and then we'll work some more with it as we go along, get a little more complicated. So this is a little box from your book that talks about translating between words and math symbols. You might have heard of this before by the idea of keywords. I think you have to be a little careful about this. These are words that are sometimes associated with these different operations, but don't get in the habit of thinking that every one of these sets of words automatically means a particular operation. You want to think more in terms of the concept that's going on is what's happening in the situation. Addition, is it subtraction, is it multiplication, or is it division? And these are just some words that we put together for you to help you think which one of those operations might be going on. So if you talk about sum, that's usually an addition, increased by, all these other words here. So take a look at those words and see if they help you think about what operation might be going on, but don't be too constrained by those words. Think in terms of the situation that you're working with and which of these operations makes the most sense for it. So the first phrase up on top here that we're going to make into a algebraic expression is 6 less than the number of students. Remember that a algebraic expression or equation doesn't have meaning unless we tell you what the variable stands for. So the first thing I'm going to do is say x equals the number of students. And then 6 less than the number of students is going to be x minus 6. You have to be careful. You might be tempted to say 6 minus x. That's a very different expression. 6 less than the number of students is really x minus 6. So this next one says 12 more than the number of children in the kindergarten class. So I'm going to say n is the number of children in the kindergarten class. And then 12 more than the number of children in the kindergarten class is going to be number of children plus 12. So these are our two expressions for these two examples. So this one says your cost if you and 2 friends split the total cost of a dinner equally among you. So look carefully here, it says you and 2 friends. So that means there's 3 of you. So we're going to use T is the total cost of the dinner. And if there's 3 of us and we're splitting the total cost of the dinner between us, the expression is going to be T divided by 3. You could have written it like this, but we don't really use that symbol very much anymore once we start doing algebra. We would typically write it like this. So this says match each verbal phrase on the left with the algebraic expression on the right that best represents it. 5 less than some number. means I've got the number and I'm subtracting 5 from it. So that's going to be number 6 down here. Next one says the difference between twice a number and 5. That's going to be number 4 right here. 1/5 of the number looks like this. That's going to be number 1. The quotient of some number in 5 looks like this. So that's number 3. 5 more than 2 times a number. That's going to be this one. And a number split 5 ways. Just looking at, so probably D, the writers of the book might have had both 5 and 3 in mind. I think with numbers like quotients and difference, you have to be really careful about how you say it so that we know the order. So I would accept either one of those as answers in that case.